847. We're at Lafayette Parish Correction Center with the staff at Lafayette. Please introduce yourself.
I'm Deputy Joseph.
Thank you, Deputy Joseph. Good morning.
Good morning. How are y'all this morning?
Everybody's fine. Thank you so much. Would the offender please introduce yourself and give your Department of Corrections ID?
My name is Donnie Blakes, DOC number 502480.
Thank you, Mr. Banks. My name is Albert Roche. To my left is Mr. Earl Wise, and to my right is Mr. Pete Freeman. We're here for a revocation hearing. Is that correct?
Yes, yes, sir.
You have a revocation questionnaire in front of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, is everything on that questionnaire correct?
What do you say?
It is correct.
Yes, sir.
It says your signature at the bottom.
At the bottom.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And you want to, did you have an attorney at your preliminary hearing?
They told the parole board told me that by me graduating high school that I didn't qualify to have one. So no, sir, I don't.
Okay. Do you want an attorney present at this hearing?
You want an attorney present at this hearing?
Like that, right? Anyone?
No. Since you're not eligible, you would have to hire one.
Oh no, sir. No, sir. I just go off your face, sir.
So we're here for a revocation hearing because you've been accused of violating the conditions of your parole. I'm going to read the charges and the violations.
Yes, sir.
Then you have an option to plead guilty, guilty with a statement, not guilty, not guilty with a statement. You understand?
Yes, sir.
The parole board is conducting a revocation hearing as you've been accused of violating the condition of your parole supervision. Condition number 4, on or about December 3rd, 2022, you committed the crime act of a misdemeanor domestic abuse battery and was arrested by the Lafayette Police Department. On April 13th, 2023, the charge of domestic abuse second offense was dismissed. How do you plead?
I plead not guilty with a statement.
Yes, sir.
The only thing that I did.
Sir, let me finish reading the charges.
Yes, sir.
Condition number 10. You are currently $860 in the arrears towards your supervision fees. How do you plead?
I plead guilty.
With a statement.
Yes, sir, with a statement.
Okay. Mr. Blakes, your case has been assigned to Mr. Freeman. Would you please answer Mr. Freeman's question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Blake, how old are you?
I'm 44. I'll be 45 in October.
What's your educational level?
12th grade, sir.
Okay. Okay, you were charged with misdemeanor abuse, domestic battery. These charges were dismissed, correct?
Yes, sir.
Tell me what went on. What was the problem?
Sir, my old lady had an argument behind some money. She left out the house. On her way out the house, she slipped on some rocks. I went outside and tried to pick her up. When the police came, I was telling her I got off parole in like 28 days. And he had me sitting in the rain and he went to talking smart. And I kind of got smart with the officer. And he got upset with me getting smart with him. So he just arrested me for domestic violence. And if you got the police report, I never put my hands on nobody. I never hit nobody with nothing physical. Everything was verbal. Only reason why I did a preliminary hearing because I wanted to know what was the cause of me coming to jail. I know you have to hit somebody to to be charged with domestic violence. I never hit nobody. I never threw not one lick. Only thing I did, she slipped on some rocks. I picked up where I tried to pick up. She like 6 foot, 250 pounds. That's the only thing I did.
Okay, I read the arrest report, so I got that. So, you and, Ms. Broussard, y'all kind of got an ongoing rough relationship, correct? I mean, a lot of arguing, a lot of fighting.
Well, back then, I'm not even with her no more, so she don't even stay out here. And we never had a physical fight. We never fought. Now, she done come to jail for hitting me before, and for some apparent reason, she felt like I just had to come. I had to come back to jail. I had to come to jail because she went to jail for punching in front of the laws. But I've never ever put my hands on her. And if y'all look at the she's been arrested for hitting me. You know.
Okay. Back to this, back in August of 2016, she stated you kicked in the door to her apartment.
Oh no, that's another woman. Them different people.
It's a different person. So you just got a little problem arguing with women, huh?
No, I'm not even with her. That was something else.
Got training order on you for that one.
Yeah, but I haven't been with that woman in like 6-7 years. Since that incident right there, I never talked to her again.
Okay, have you talked to Miss Broussard at all since y'all incident?
No, I talked to her maybe once or twice. She stays in Houston. I'm not talking to her no more either.
I have a recommendation I will make at the end, but I have no further questions.
Why?
Mr. Blakes, there was some indication in the record that you were using spice. Do you need any help with drug treatment?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. But I mean, if I have to, then I will. But no, ma'am. That was false allegations too. I've been on parole. I never failed a drug test, period, at all. I was getting off parole 28 days before this incident occurred. So, no, ma'am. If I'd have been on any type of drugs, that would have came up in the urine test. I never failed a urine test, man. She hear me? You can hear me? They froze.
Huh. That's on this side. And you can look up, you don't have to sit up the side.
Man, look, you know what it is. I'm thinking I'm in the courthouse, and you know, I sit down. But I can't see, you know, I got bad eyes, so I keep having this phone.
Hello, can you hear
Yes,
me?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, I didn't get your answer about drug use. What did you say?
Ma'am, I never flunked a drug test since I've been on parole. I was getting off parole 28 days.
Okay, I got all that, but my question is, there was some indication in the record that a lot of y'all arguing was because you needed money to go buy spice.
Ma'am, that's not true.
That's not true. That's not true. Okay.
That's not true.
You don't need drugs. How was you supporting yourself?
I was working there, I lost my job.
So you were unemployed
Yes, ma'am.
at the time this incident happened.
At the time this incident happened,
How long you had been unemployed?
I want to say for about 4 months, about 3 or 4.
Okay. But even so, your fees were like $800 behind, so you weren't paying when you were working.
Yeah, because I'm out at the time. I was the only one working, so I had to pay all the bills, and I got children too.
Yeah, but you realize
I am guilty for that.
Yeah, but you realize though your fees is for your freedom. You pay something on your fees, and that's where your freedom comes in.
I mean, they told me they were gonna take that out of my income tax check.
Oh, okay, so you go. Okay, you gonna roll it like that. Okay, that's all I had.
Mr. Blake,
Yes, sir.
would you like to make a closing statement before we go?
What you said?
If you'd like to make a statement.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry for coming before y'all, but I was told by my parole officer I shouldn't have known. He said if I would have never did a preliminary hearing when they would have dismissed my charges, I would have went home. And my thing is, I never ever put my hands on nobody. I am guilty for for being late on your payment, but for a domestic, me putting my hands, no, I never hit nobody. And I just asked that y'all have mercy on whatever sentence y'all give me. And I've been down 7 months for a misdemeanor. And I'm ready to go home and be a productive citizen in society. So I asked if y'all could give me like an out program or something, you know, if y'all feel like I need anger management or whatever, but I'm not learning nothing here. And if y'all violate me, I've already been down 7 months. I'll just be waiting on my calculation.
Thank you, Mr. Blake. Is the panel ready to vote?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Freeman, would you come over?
Okay, Mr. Blake, you know, you do have a history, with arguing with ladies. And I think we need to do something about that. I don't think we need to revoke you.
Yes, sir.
My vote today would be, to order you to the, domestic violence program.
Yes, sir.
Probation officer will set that up and, to continue you on supervision. You
Yes, sir.
have no contact with the young lady. I got her name. Ms. Broussard. And I would put electronic monitoring on you, but I don't think you're gonna be on long enough for all of that. So, that's my, vote today.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Mrs. Wise,
Sir, I got some concerns about you, but I'm going to vote the same for the same reasons.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Mr. Blake,
Yes,
you have received 2 votes. Do not revoke. I am going to vote with my colleagues and vote do not revoke. But
Yes.
I want to add 2 conditions to your parole.
Yes, sir.
The first condition is you must enroll and complete
Yes, sir.
26-week domestic violence offender program. Get with your parole officer, and you must enroll in this program immediately, or you will be revoked.
Yes, sir.
And you will have no contact with Selena Broussard.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
That is our decision. Do not revoke. Add 2 conditions. The domestic violence offender program, no contact with Selena Broussard.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're gonna stand adjourned at Lafayette. Time is 9 p.m. 9 a.m.
I have one question.
Hey, Donnie.
I go home.
Go ahead.
That mean I get to go home today?
Sir,
As soon as they do your
sir,
paperwork.
it takes time to process things. We will process it and you'll get out when you get out.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we're gonna stand adjourned at Lafayette. It is 9 a.m.
All right, y'all have a good one.
Thank you.
There you go. I told.
You're right, that's what I was.
That was weird technical difficulty. We lost the board and then their cameras got off and then it sounded like they were talking through like they were using a rock for a microphone. Maybe they switched over to a laptop or something. I don't know how these things happen. That's just a weird bug to happen. It's Zoom. It's like there are only so many things that can go wrong, but maybe it's the equipment they have set up at the parole location that went. I don't know. But man, yeah, what did he say? He said he got that she just fell on rocks and hurt herself, and then he went to go help her. And then that's when they said that he did something. And they always have these interesting stories, like they just fall on rocks or they walk into a door, or then he says, well, she's 6 feet tall, 250 pounds. It's like, That is a big woman. It is, it is interesting to think that he's been locked up for all these months on what seems to have been a mistake that he had made in having a preliminary hearing versus just kind of like walking away. And then he has one other domestic violence DV, I should say, be saying, on his record. Then there was something else interesting that I hadn't known, which is you would qualify for an attorney if you don't have a high school diploma. And that's like, hey, there is a benefit to dropping out. Free attorneys. Like, how did they come up with that one? And then also it said his farthest grade was 12th grade, but I guess that means he graduated 12th grade. Otherwise, he would have, if he didn't, he would have qualified for an attorney. And we've seen having an attorney at these parole revocation hearings will mean the difference between your freedom or not. And I think they just, he'd been locked up for so long over this one that they, and if Mr. Mirabella was on the board, he probably would have put him in some type of VBOC program, just because it was in the report that he was going to buy spice, and that's why the fight started, which is Mojo, I believe. Yeah, I really don't have much to add here, but what it's really on when you're on parole, you just can't get into trouble. It's like you just got to be on your best behavior, and to find yourself back locked up, back in jail, it's on you, man. You got to figure out how to stay out of trouble. I have no information. I had Googled his name, nothing comes up. It's just, probably minor stuff that keeps getting him locked up. And yeah, but he's going home, and hopefully he stays out of trouble. Stop hurting women. And it's not going to be an easy battle, though. You got all those dues, as Miss Wise said. You're paying the fee for your freedom. And how do you do that? How do you do that when, how do you get a job? It's just, I don't know how you get through that. It's tough. I always think it's unfair to have these dues that you have to pay. You're sending someone out of prison or jail, and you're setting them up to fail. It's already hard enough as it is, and then you throw these dues and these fees and all these things on top of it. And I think that there's got to be a better way to increase the chance of success, to decrease recidivism. No one wins if he comes back to prison. No one wins if he comes back because he's not paying his dues. It's broken system, in my opinion. Anyways, with that, I'll let you go.